old lady gang? Kandi and the gang.
Yeah,
Kandi and the gang.
guys, I'm gonna show you this one when it's time for my post.
Okay, so welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Kandi and the Gang season 1,
Stop
episode 5.
saying
I didn't say
Kandi.
old lady gang.
Okay.
I said Kandi.
Candy
Yeah.
man.
Okay. Okay, tell them what to do so
Alright,
we can
smack
start.
that thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel. This one, it doesn't matter. I got a Minecraft sword.
All right.
It's gonna.
Oh, you all hit
That's easy.
Yay!
Say bye.
Yay!
Jesus.
You
Y'all,
almost lost an eyeball.
Good thing I had my,
Wear glasses.
good thing I had my glasses on.
Hmm.
Okay, y'all. Chandrilla, do you want the job?
What a waste of time.
Why did she get that option? I don't
Why did
understand
they take her out there when they knew they weren't gonna fire her anyway?
Why y'all act like y'all was gonna do something? Do you read your review?
Did you really get fired for saying something like on the phone with someone?
On my business, yeah, cause yeah, and here you saying that I ain't shit. That I don't care. Yeah, I'm a fire.
That you don't give a shit?
It's they got so many reasons though. It's not like that was the only thing. They got so many tons of reasons that they could fire her from. Honestly, y'all could have just.
I'm not defending her. I'm just saying, like, Kandi, it does seem like y'all don't give a shit. Like, if you have your clients, customers sitting in the heat with no generator, you know what I'm saying? So there's some don't give a shit type behavior y'all be, exercising.
Yeah, they really do.
So are
Here's
you
my
your
thing.
feelings because she telling the truth?
So here's my thing. I'm like, so even when we keeping this girl because she's so loyal, because she been there, so your customer reviews, none of that means nothing. It's just the
But
fact
that's the reason to fire her.
loyal girl. Right. That's what I'm
Not
like.
because you sneakily overheard a conversation that you wasn't supposed to hear.
Is it illegal?
I didn't say legal. I didn't say illegal. I said sneaky.
Oh. And that's the thing. It wouldn't have been sneaky. I would have been like, so I would have gave her a chance to say. And then when she said she didn't say, I would have been like, well, what is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, the fact that they didn't do that only like created more divide within their employee relationships, because now she's running around there accusing people of, and then Chandrika Drilla, you say the shit so much that everybody's like, you don't even remember because you say it all the time.
And we don't have a conversation with Brandon. She was talking to your manager. We don't have that conversation.
You definitely don't say that to your manager.
And the manager thought it was okay. So that's questionable too.
I think the manager has heard her say the shit so many times, you don't give a shit. Like she's, that's what she does. Chandrika walk around talking shit. That's what she does.
That's what
with that stank face. Anytime, like if somebody told me something verbatim that I said, I'm probably gonna be able to pinpoint where the conversation took place. So it didn't think of her to just go to Brandon and then be like, did you repeat that conversation that we just had?
Like you said, she didn't say it so much. So she said she want to be there. This is what she told them. She's saying she want to be there, but she don't want to have to deal with keep getting a new manager. Well, that's your host. You don't get on the decision.
What you need to focus on is wiping off those menus and getting those down menus.
Exactly. She said she talked shit about OLG, but she don't mean it. That don't mean that she don't want to work there. But it's about who you saying it to. Because here's the thing, we all.
Why do you want to work there? If it's that fucked up, why do you work there?
But everybody talks smack. When you get
their job.
But you know who you talk to though. She talked to everybody though. Because like you said, you can't even pinpoint who you had that.
Who you said it to.
Dumb. That was dumb on you. And then after the meeting, she go online. I don't know if she's videotaping herself or was she live or whatever, but she said, today I was ambushed by Kandi and Ty. I didn't say what they thought I said. You go straight online after your meeting to talk more stuff?
About your work.
You did say it. Like,
Most
you
jobs
said
be
it.
like, before you sign these paper, don't say shit about our job, our workplace on the internet. Don't even put it
Who
there.
do that? Come on.
Some people do. Some people do.
You know, I know somebody that do.
Somebody you know real good.
Child. Meanwhile, restaurant is busy and Mama Joy is at the host station, wonder where the host is. Kandi and Todd, you take somebody into a meeting, but you ain't got common sense to fill their position while you got them out. This is the raggedy shit we talking about right here. This that mess right here. Y'all raggedy.
You don't say, hey Brandon, cover the front because we're taking this one out back.
Make sense? No, we don't do that. Okay. Dom comes over Brandon's house. You know, he told her how excited he was that she met his parents, and I let him know that she really likes him. And
Hey Brandon, give Torrin a call. Just saying. Call up your friend Torrin. Tell him to help you pick out a
look like
couch.
a bachelor pad. And I'm like, don't get on here no more without no shirt on. I do not want to see that little bird chest up there. That was not cute. He's shaped like the White Howard with them real long arms and skinny.
Big shoulders and no neck.
Yeah, I don't like that look.
I don't like it, so you ain't worry about whether you like it because Dom like it.
Well, baby, you right. You right. She told him that she booked a gig in London and she'll be leaving in a month. Okay, she ain't tell him with who, but they show her telling Kandi that, you know, she booked with Rick Ross. So, you know, she let him know that she need to take off some days. It sounds like weeks, but you know,
he go all the way to London to do. She gonna need more than days.
That's what I'm saying. She said some days.
Like for the rest of June and most of July, I'm not gonna be.
And he like, okay, we can do that.
So who's gonna be the bartender?
I don't know. Do they have one? Because they sure didn't call one in when she didn't show up the last time.
And we know Brian can't do it.
Right.
That's not okay.
Chandrilla came over Brian's house, child. He been doing pop-up shows with his soul roll egg rolls. But he said, you know, I still need my job now. I've been doing these shows, but I still need my job.
I know he don't be working from his kitchen because his kitchen is tiny as hell. If he doing whole shows, I hope he got somewhere to make all.
Don't he got a truck?
I guess, I don't know.
I thought he said he had a truck, or maybe he trying to get a truck.
I think he's trying to get, I think that's the goal. I don't think he has it yet, but what I'm saying is.
Well, girl, shoot, that's why everybody got to go in there and make some egg rolls.
And I know, Brian, because my kitchen is tiny as hell. I hate it. Every day I be trying to figure out the best way to figure out counter space.
But Lisa's egg rolls, I don't know where he gonna sit it once it's done, but at least, you know, there's something small.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
He should get a deep fryer. Why he frying them in the frying pan? He should get a deep fryer. Don't you think?
Several deep fryers. You know, yeah, there has to be a system, not the little medium-sized pot that you do when you cook in on Tuesday.
I tell you what though.
That was his setup for him and Chandrilla. So
yeah.
You know.
Well, she got to taste the cheesecake egg rolls. Look here, I'm going to Brian's house because you guarantee to get an egg roll when you go over there, okay?
Cheesecake egg roll.
That is probably really good. And then if he had like the strawberry
sauce,
baby,
cream on that thing.
I tell you what, he promoting the hell out of his business. I tell you that.
Might as well, because he's suspended and you got to do what you got to do.
Okay, he even tell you how much, 3 for $10. Okay, I'm all in. I want I want the cheese steak.
I think when I
A
go to
cheese
Atlanta,
steak.
like, let's skip the old lady gang, just go find Brian, give him a couple few dollars.
He said he take it from the house. He from the house too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want Brian put in my order. Cheesecake and the cheese steak is the ones that I want.
Yeah. And maybe some shrimp something.
We're gonna go check out Brian. But I tell you what, Brian, kitchen cleaner than OLG.
I didn't say his kitchen was dirty. I said his kitchen was small.
It's cleaner than I tell you that. I'd rather eat over there.
And my kitchen ain't bigger than Brian's. I feel his pain. That's all I'm saying. I didn't see stuff on the floor or shit in the sink.
No, this ain't no LG. Shangela, she a miserable person, child. She come in, she complaining about the planes too close to the house. She ain't come over here to cook. If she don't like it, it ain't good. Girl, she is Aunt Bertha in the making.
I was trying to say, she related to Aunt Bertha. It has to be exhausting to go through every single day just being miserable for no reason. It's too high.
She complained from the moment she walked in. I was like, girl. So she told him she almost walked out.
I'm gonna say this though. When you came to my house, you did say that same thing.
What about the plane?
You was like, how do y'all sleep with these planes? And I was like, I don't even hear that shit no more. But I mean, I think Brian might be living by the airport. I was living by like a little,
I hear the same thing about the trains at my
your house. Yeah.
And I don't even hear the train anymore. I don't hear it. Other people who living around here, they hear the trains and I don't hear the
y'all, she came down here. We was outside at night and she was like, what the hell was all that racket? Like what are you talking about?
It was cricket.
It was a cricket.
It was that
outside. Yeah.
It's loud.
It was too noisy for you. You were like, oh my God.
Y'all know we have our crickets don't do them kind of noises. Ours do crick.
We live in the jungle. It'd be like 75 billion crickets in the trees.
Yeah.
And the frogs. It'd be a whole party. Don't let it rain.
So let me see what had happened. Okay, so she said she almost walked out on today out of work. She was gonna walk away because she told them what happened in her meeting. I was like, were you gonna walk out? Were you? You was saying how much you needed your job. No, but now you come up in there, you tough. Let me tell you, I almost walked out on them today, girl.
Nobody ever retells the story the same way it went.
My goodness. So Brian said, who you think told Kandi and Todd? And she like, Patrick. And then
Patrick put you on blast in front of everybody. Like he already did that. Like why would he go? He don't have to go behind your back because
he said word for word what you said right there. And what they told you, you said. Did you say that to Patrick? No, you didn't say that to Patrick. Patrick said what you said. Anyway, she tell him about the little team building event that they have, and Brian said he gonna go even though he is still suspended. Okay. Then they talk about Philip still being new compared to them. See, this is why Kandi them should have introduced him the right way. Okay, because then we find out in the next scene, not only is he the GM for them, he is
not their GM. I think that's what you call it, job.
Who?
Brandon is the GM. Philip is the operations over all of them.
Over there. So they said he is the restaurant consultant for both OLG and Blaze. So they got two OLG.
The other OLG seems to be working like a restaurant. Why don't drum over there?
Because he's been over there. So this is First time. So y'all keep talking about, he's so new and he just got here. He's just new to your location. He ain't new to this. And
So
that's
I
what
wonder what the reviews are like for that location.
I'm gonna go over there and look. I'm gonna go over there and look. Cause she did say which street was street. So I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, Camp Creek. So we'll be able to see. I'm just curious, like what's the reviews over there?
Mhm. So he just not somebody that's like the other managers that came and went. He been wow. He's just getting to your location. And that's why they should have introduced him. Not as if this is just somebody else just coming. This is somebody that's been working with the company. But Kandi and Ty, y'all raggedy for that. Side note, we at the restaurant. Did you hear them say they was raising shrimp from $2 to $5? Did you hear them say that? Oh, okay. And I didn't pay how much again? $10 to park here? And y'all
Well, not at Camp Creek. You can park over there probably. It's over there at the other OLG that don't have no
y'all
parking.
better clean that kitchen and stuff, talking about raising the prices and stuff. Y'all get it together.
Everything going up.
Man. Kandi and Todd and Don Juan, they meet with Philip. Okay, they tell them how the meeting went and how the staff feel like they want to feel like they care and not just and then they want to feel included instead of feeling like they're being dictated to all the time. It would be interesting. Do everybody feel like that, or is it just these couple? Like, do the people in the kitchen feel like that?
I think the rest of the people probably feel like they just want things running smoothly. They don't probably have an issue with Philip like these few.
So it's just a troublemaker. Oh, okay.
Isn't that always the way it is, though? Isn't that always the way it is?
The ones I've been hearing, you can't tell me. Yeah. She bring up Brian, and she tells he bring up Brian, and he tells them what happened between Brandon and Brian, what led up to his suspension. And then he say Brian needs to be terminated. I don't know why y'all even suspended Brian. I don't even know why that whole conversation was even that deep. He acted like
that, like in the real world, can people afford to be suspended for 2 weeks? That's a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's a long time.
Like, how come he couldn't just be suspended for the rest of the week and come back fresh next week? Like, in the real world, he got to pay his bills. You like interfering in his livelihood. 2 weeks for a paycheck to paycheck person? That's a lot. And he
look here. He didn't cuss Brandon out. Brandon told him to get up. He said something like, I am up. And then within a few minutes, he was up. It wasn't even like you and Chandrilla went back and forth and you let her go home for the day and she came right back.
Brian talks shit, but that's what Brian does. That's just who he is. Like, you want him to not be who he is. I didn't think it was that big a deal either. And I mean, Brandon, stop trying to be friends with people then and then getting your feelings when they, still acting like we in the friend space.
Once again, we're not addressing Brandon because the whole thing was you sit up here and eat. So why I can't do it?
We didn't even bring that up. That never came up.
Okay.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay. Well, Kandi say Brian is better than what Philip is saying, which he is. I mean, she said all their good reviews come from Brian.
Everybody loves Brian.
Who loves? Everybody loves Brian.
I like Brian too. And Brandon, if you were so butthurt by it, you could have pulled Brian aside and been like, Brian, we're cool. Honestly, we are. But in this space, I'm your superior and you have to respect that. That's it. That's all.
I would have said, okay.
Yeah.
We weren't that serious. Ty, he agreed with Philip. Like, get rid of Brian. He told me it's hard to teach old dog new tricks.
They don't like Brian. I'm telling you, sometimes
I'm just trying to see why we that butt hurt about Brian, but we let Chandrilla just pass through. And she got all the bad reviews. She talking mess about.
I feel like Philip has a problem with Brian because he's just feminine and flamboyant. And Philip doesn't like that. He feels like it makes him look bad.
But Kandi, for whatever reason, think this team building was gonna say today. She want to do all that first before they decide. Okay, Kandi. She asked, how is he doing with touring? He like, nowhere, because we ain't nowhere. I haven't seen him. Well, he was sitting up there chilling at the restaurant the other day. You ain't seen him? Or he there and he ain't doing no work? What are we doing? I'm not sure.
I mean, I saw him there for the meeting, but they made sure Philip wasn't there.
Yeah, but when Patrick brought his girl up there, Touring was up in there chilling at the bar, back and
Was
forth.
Philip there? I don't know, child. Maybe he was down at the other location.
Right. Let me see what happened. Chandrilla tell Brandon about her meeting with Todd and Kandi. Brandon said, well, you said that at the meeting, right? And she was like, nah. Boy, you know she said that to you. He sit up there looking like, he looked like.
But she don't remember? No, she don't remember that she said it to him?
No, evidently not.
You had this conversation with Brandon. He gonna have like, did you say that? You don't remember? Y'all are two people the only two people that were in the conversation. Neither of y'all remember that taking place?
He looked like he had an aha.
Say that shit all the time.
He seemed like he had an aha moment. Like he kind of remembered, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Like he kind of looked like.
Well, he didn't tell her.
He
didn't say nothing though.
He wasn't gonna say nothing.
Oh, did.
No, he didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. But when she first said it, he was like, "You said that in the meeting," and then he kind of like he remembered, like, "Oh, he said that to me
on the phone." Yeah.
But he ain't saying that.
The way she said it.
Because at this point, her mind is so fixated on Patrick at it. She ain't thinking about nothing else. So Patrick and Melvin, they down on a break. Chandrilla go down there. They down the street.
So again, who's watching the hostess stand?
You just get up and walk away.
And what if you need to park? Like, what if somebody? So when you valet, do you just pay to park and then you don't go get your shit and leave? You don't. It's not a valet. You just gotta pay to park.
I guess you just gotta pay to get in the lot.
So he blocked it off. So until he comes back, nobody can come inside the parking lot.
He said he was right down the street. So I don't know how far is the ice cream spot.
It's farther than the hostess stand in the restaurant.
Well, that's for sure. One thing for sure, we know Melvin on break because Melvin don't do that. He in the kitchen. He had to be on break.
Yeah, somebody has to be. I'm just saying, everybody's just walking away from their shit. Let me go get a smoothie from around the corner.
Man. So she told him what was said, and Patrick was like, so you assuming it was one of us? And she said, yeah. And she said, and a while ago, you even said that they don't give a shit about the restaurant. And he was like, I said they got a lot going on. In the confessional, though, Patrick said up here talking about he ain't no snitch. And he ain't afraid to say it. If he said it. You a snitch, but I mean, you said it in front of her. Well, the first part you did say to Kandi. But then you said it in front of her.
I'm not going to apologize for snitching to my people when you felt comfortable enough to open your mouth in front of me.
And he said it in front of her face, though. So is that really?
Right. So you don't have no
right in front of
where it came from, because he sat in that meeting and said, well, Chandrilla said.
He said it right there.
It's going to be good. And, he said what he said.
So Melvin said, did somebody say that we said it, or is this an assumption? And if it is, then this convo is basically some BS, and tell her to get her messy ass on, okay? Take your messy ass down the street. We ain't got time for that.
And again, like, you're going to the family, girl. You don't have nobody on your side in this one.
Why would you think that you could
They
talk
already done
to the
set up and
family
talk
though?
about how bold that was for you. These two niggas that live together, you think that ain't gonna be like, how she just gonna be talking shit about the spot in front of me? Like, I ain't gonna say nothing. You don't think they had that conversation? Now you back at the family again. Dumb.
Dom and Brandon, they all riding out. He told they gotta be cautious.
Yeah, you pay good over there to the OLG because Brandon is driving a nice little Audi. It's clean.
That's probably why she all up in Brandy's face. Brandon probably had a little cash anyway. And cause you know he
His
only
parents look like
to get with her.
his parents look like they,
Yeah.
he didn't come from a struggle, doesn't appear.
He told her that they gotta be cautious about how they operate at work because people was gonna be talking about him giving her privileges like days off. You already doing it.
And you're the one that's making a skeptical of y'all's relationship. She's very low key. You the one to be always
She ain't really that low key, like you said. We watched them go into the dang on closet or storage room. And like you said, she walked straight over there and sat with him and his parents. I mean, y'all not being low key. I don't know why they think they so dang on.
y'all look like y'all go together, but I just think
y'all be like this in each other's face. She'll be at
he's a little more open with it than she is. She was trying to be like,
Well, he's obsessed. And it's a little scary. Okay. She wanna know if he could go without seeing anybody while she's away. Yeah, of course. He's not gonna see anybody. He's obsessed with her. He's gonna be in the corner calling her every few minutes, staring at her picture, sniffing her panties that he installed. Cause he's weirdly obsessed. I'm telling you. It's just,
you like
okay.
that?
Back at Kandi house. It's Riley's birthday. I like seeing the babies. The babies is cute. And Blake.
Oh my God, little bitty Kandi.
Girl, I was gonna say she and Bertha in the making too. She and Bertha in the making too, cause she'll never smile. She'll be looking just like she give you that same look, and Bertha give you a look.
It's like Kandi went in the closet was like, I want like a little tiny version of myself. Ta-da! Ace is so cute.
He is adorable. I don't know if ain't nobody else gonna say it, but I'm just gonna go and say it.
I'm not saying nothing.
I'm gonna say it because the girl is grown. The girl is grown. She ain't a kid. Okay. She look a hot mess. Riley look a hot mess. She look like LaToya Jackson with that nose job. I'm gonna say it. Okay.
Why a bad wig though? Kandi has such good hair. Why is Riley's wig so
You got
big?
a bad wig, all that makeup on, all them lashes. It looks so unnatural. She don't have to do. Why is she doing this to herself? I don't know if it's a self-conscious thing. I don't know if she feel like she gotta. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's a lot of pressure for young girls. It's a lot of pressure for young girls.
That's a lot.
And they out here, I mean, this is why this girl over here with silicone in her bloodstream, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. K. Michelle got a whole show about all the stuff that these girls are doing to keep up with. I don't know what they're trying to keep up with.
But you got the money at least to make it look good. It don't look good. It look like a clown. It looked like a clown. That wig.
You should just get some box braids or something and stop with that stupid.
The wig was
wig just made her look like an old lady.
The lashes, and I know these girls wear these long lashes, but you like they had individual lashes that look natural. You ain't got it looking like them look like she went to Rite Aid and got the lashes and glued them on. Them didn't look good. And that makeup, that was some.
It was a little
casket ready makeup. Yeah. Like, come on, y'all got the money. Don't look like that. Don't look like that.
What's her name? What's her name? Todd's daughter?
She looked like a young lady.
She had nothing. No makeup, nothing.
She had her box braid.
Yeah.
He probably like, you ain't gonna be walking around here looking like Riley. He probably didn't talk, knowing Todd, he probably didn't told her that. That don't
Well,
look.
she don't look like a young girl. She doesn't. She looks like somebody's mama. With all of that.
It's too much. It's too much.
A lot.
They talk about the kids taking over the restaurant. The girls ain't interested at this time, which they shouldn't be. They gotta go out and decide who they want to be as a person. Don't push this on them. That's not fair. Mama
They
Joy,
don't want to be in no restaurant every day.
and that girl going to law school. Why would you think she want to run the restaurant? She obviously is interested in law. Now what's the baby name? What's the little boy name? Ace.
Ace said that's what he want to do.
But Ace said he gonna run the restaurant for you. So that's who you focus on, Ace. Okay, leave them alone.
But hopefully they will do just that and like let Ace come up there, like not in a way, but he needs to be able to see. Make Ace go over there and wipe the magazines down. Like give him little jobs.
Because he said he want to do it.
He says he wants to do it.
Yep.
And little mama said she ain't working no damn where. So y'all decided to bring her into this world. Y'all gonna take care of her until she leave out of it.
She said I'm a princess. Well, she's for them games. She gonna sit over there with Aunt Bertha and they gonna sit back and talk shit about y'all.
Who's Aunt Bertha?
Mama Joyce, like, look, if y'all gonna be there, y'all need to learn the different working parts of the restaurant. She told
Mama Joyce.
he need to go work in the kitchen because that's where they get their biggest complaints. I don't know why she has to tell them that. Okay, this should have already been done.
But when she said that, I was like, this is why they feel like they have an issue with her because she went in the kitchen and probably was telling them what she know. Like, you know, even like in your own kitchen, you got standards like this shit got to be clean. Like before you start cooking, you usually bust the kitchen down and then you start cooking.
And then if you would have listened to her, y'all might have would have passed some of them inspections. Because I'm sure if Mama Joyce would have seen that stuff behind that bar, she would have had a holy fit. Because y'all
know what Bertha was gonna say.
Todd, he disagreed. And Mama Joyce said, this is why I can't stand them. Hell, half of Atlanta can't stand them. I said, oh, she still can't stand Todd. I thought we was over it. But no, she said
mountain high enough and no valley no. Keep me off your ass, baby.
Riley was like, look, when it comes down to the reviews, it falls back on her mama. It falls back on Kandi. Absolutely, it does. Because we all be like, no, what's wrong?
Like Kandi, you over here charging the people for ice cubes? Nobody said Todd.
Nope, nobody mentioned Todd. So she absolutely right. Kandi said that he loves putting the restaurants together, but he don't want to go in them. What kind of mess is that?
Well, I don't understand the whole fascination for him in restaurants. Like he was doing production and plays and stuff. And I feel like I have worked in a restaurant before, no desire to open one. It's a lot of hard work involved and people that have restaurants, they gotta be in that shit all day, every day.
Caroline Manzo never saw her husband, okay?
It's true.
Always at the restaurant. That I don't understand. You having them and don't want to go in them. That doesn't even make sense to me.
When I first moved here, we lived down the street from this Italian restaurant, and it started out like a little small family thing. And then, you know, they were busy and they were good, so they grew. But the mama worked there, the daddy worked there, the son worked there, the daughter worked there, the little boy, the whole family was in that daggone restaurant at some point in time. The grandmama probably was back there somewhere.
You know she was. Telling them to keep that damn kitchen clean because she wasn't having it. Team building. I ain't gonna go through this whole competition, so let's hit these highlights. They tell Brandon the decision on if Brandon get to stay or go is gonna be his, okay? Because they want to see him try to step up as a manager. Another thing that happened, Brandon was talking to Dom and he mentioned sleeping over at her house. Okay, he said it loud enough so everybody could hear.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is after y'all had the conversation about being discreet, and then you go straight in a group of all coworkers.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all should have even stood by each other. She should have sat with her friend Chandrika.
They can't help it.
And you should have sat over there with Philip.
They don't do discreet at all. OLG was the referees. We had two teams, Team Kandi, Team Todd. The winning team is gonna get $100 per person. Kandi put everyone that needs to learn how to work together on her team. So that
now I said I don't like team building exercises, but if they're gonna give us $100 to show up, then I might consider doing it. As long as I'm not swinging on trees and walking on tight ropes and shit.
Well, Kandi made sure that she had Philip, Brian, Chandrilla, and Torn all on their team because they all the ones that got the issues of working together, working with Philip. Todd team won a tug of war. Kandi team won the little inchworm relay. Mama Joyce was flopping around on the ground looking like a fish out of water. Baby doll, she was down there flipping.
On the ground. Mama Joyce is doing too much.
Mama Joyce doing too much, but look here. She did better than I could. Not with these knees. I'm not getting down there.
I'm not sure I could do that, and I haven't made any attempt to try. I don't see why I need to know how to do that.
I can't. No, I'm not doing that with these knees. The last competition was a tie, so everybody got $100. Okay. Brian said, you know, he saw a different Philip. You know, he said he ain't family, but he could be in the neighborhood. He's the neighbor. Okay. Philip said Brian is still hard to figure out, but the person he was able to see past was Torrin Smoke. So he said he's ready to move past what happened between them.
I mean, I wonder if it's because Torrin is less feminine than Brian.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Back at the restaurant, Brandon and Philip, they meeting with Brian. Brian, like, I still don't know why I was suspended. And Brandon explains it was because of his conduct. So Brian was like, you know, he was gone for 8 months. So maybe he just ain't realized all the rules, all the changes that had happened since he been gone. So they tell him he got 1 write-up. Okay, 3 write-ups and you gone. So he was good with that. Philip added regarding both of their interaction that he overreacted as well, and that probably added fuel to the fire. And Brandon said, look here, I heard some things about you before I got here, so he already had biases towards him. So you could have just said good morning, it still was going to be an issue with him. So
we said that, and we knew that, and I'm glad Philip apologized because he was doing too much.
Yep. So they both apologized and they good, y'all. Next week, Ty gonna work in the kitchen. Dom and Brandon gonna get caught on camera. They confronted about Don Juan about their relationship.
Do they not know these cameras are in there? Like, I know where the cameras are at my work. No, and they're not supposed to be hidden. They're there for our safety. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it makes sense. They're in the storage room where you making sure people ain't taking stuff. That makes sense. And Brandon is the manager. If Dom don't know, you damn sure should know. Right. Come on.
Like I said, I can guarantee you every stylist at my job, we all know where the cameras are. They're not supposed to be hidden.
And not only that, Don Juan.
And in other jobs, like if you work in the mall or what have you, when you go in the back room, in the stock room, don't you just assume they got some cameras back there just so employees won't be taking shit?
Come on now. And Don Juan, are we fronting in front of the camera? Because we've been seeing y'all was catching Patrick and whoever else. Like, this ain't they been going in that closet. This ain't the first time you done caught them on camera. That's their spot. That's where they been going. Don't front.
I have heard somewhere where they don't give a fuck. Somebody said that. I can't remember who it was though.
All right, D, tell them what to do.
Smack that comfortable and discuss our channel.
All right,
All
y'all.
right, y'all. See you on the next one.